All right, guys, welcome to phosphorus cycle. I know you're sick of seeing my face here. Phosphorus cycle differs from the other cycles in that phosphorus never enters the atmosphere. So like nitrogen, carbon, water, all of that can go in the atmosphere. Phosphorus it never exists as a gas. It just stays in the ground and in water. We call it the mineral cycle because phosphorus can get locked up into rocks for a very, very long time. So, out of our cycles, phosphorus is what we call the slowest cycle because it can be stuck in sedimentary rocks for millions of years. So, it goes slow. Phosphorus also has like two components to it. So, like, I'm going to go through both of the different parts of the cycle. It can sound confusing. It's really not. Please don't let yourself get overwhelmed with it. Again, watch the crash course and kind of just like I don't know, try to just follow through the steps. Um, Again, phosphorus isn't ever in the atmosphere, it's more in the soil and water. And so both the phosphorus and the nitrogen cycle we interfere with by synthetically making fertilizers. And we synthetically make fertilizer, we add that to our crops. That then runs off into the waterways and comes back to eutrophication, which is where we started with when we started with ecology. So phosphorus cycle, nitrogen cycle are natural cycles, but us like adding this extra into it, same way as the carbon, we throw that cycle out of balance and then we can cause other problems. There's an animation here about phosphorus cycle, also a little review game. And then this, I feel like, is the simplest diagram. There's a lot of diagrams of the phosphorus cycle. I think even your game is a different one. But this is what I mean when I say that there's two parts of it. So we have this kind of water rock cycle. It's called the aquatic part of this. And then we also have the biological part. Biological part over here, exactly the same as carbon and nitrogen, except that it's never going in the atmosphere. You have plants pulling the phosphates out of the ground. Animals eat the plants. They get the phosphorus. They poop and die. Plants die, gets decomposed. Phosphorus goes back in the soil, gets pulled back up. Same biological cycle that we've gone over a bunch of times. The difference here is that phosphates can get into the water. And if phosphates get into the water, they are used by aquatic organisms and eventually they will precipitate or turn into a solid and settle down to the bottom. These sediment layers over a lot of time will get compacted and they'll form sedimentary rocks. They're called biochemical sedimentary rocks that they'll form. And those rocks will contain a lot of phosphorus. That phosphorus can stay in those rocks for millions of years. And once it's there, it's just there until either it's dug out or it's uplifted. And uplift, remember from plate tectonics, is when things that are down come up, it's uplifted. And this sedimentary rock will come from underground and be brought up to the surface. When it's brought to the surface, it's exposed to weathering. And then as it weathers, that phosphorus then mixes in with the water and that's how it can get into the soil to enter this biologic cycle. Or it can go just back in the water and stay in solution. So when I say there's like kind of two cycles in it, that's kind of what I mean. So you have, again, same biological cycle. And then the difference here is that it can get into the water, never goes into the atmosphere. And this goes really slow because it's locked up in minerals. That really does wrap everything up. If you still have questions about it after the review games, the animations, watch the crash course. If you have any questions after all of this, please make sure that you attend a review session either 2 o'clock on Thursday or 10 a.m. on Friday. Or if those times don't work for you, you can email me. You can be like, hey, I'm available at this time. Can you jump on at that time? And I can jump on Big Blue Button pretty easily and just meet with you for a couple of minutes. So just let me know what you need. Keep me posted. I miss you guys. I hope that you enjoy the rest of your week. And I will check in with you guys probably Monday.